Meghan is causing a lot of trouble for Harry, and he should leave their situation quickly. The issues between Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are getting a lot of attention in the British media. People are saying they have money problems and their marriage isn't going well. Some even think they might get a divorce. These rumors started when Prince Harry found out that Archie might be the son of someone named Markus Anderson. If Archie wasn't really Harry's child, they couldn't have ignored it for long. There were even doubts about Archie's biological father, so they did a DNA test. I've thought about this because, despite the rumors about Markus Anderson, in their pictures, they're always very close, with their arms around each other. They often seem to be looking at the camera in a secretive way, as if they're having a private conversation. There are rumors that Archie's real dad might be Prince Andrew, and people have talked about Meghan possibly having an affair with Prince Andrew when he was in Canada. Some say the dates of their relationship and Markus's birth match up. I don't know if it's been proven, but I've always wondered how Meghan and Markus Anderson met and became so close. Some people think Archie looks a lot like Prince Andrew. Some folks think Archie looks a lot like Prince Harry, but I don't really see the resemblance. If it turns out that Archie is Markus Anderson's child, and if the rumor about Prince Andrew and Markus's mom is true, that would make Prince Andrew a grandfather. We might all be surprised when the truth comes out. Some people believe that Markus and Meghan planned all of this for a big payoff when she divorces Harry. Back then, Prince Harry denied the DNA test results, saying it was a scam, but now he's changed his mind. When he realizes his kids don't have much in common with him, will he wait to see if his son goes bald like him? The quickest way to find out is a DNA test, but Meghan could potentially use someone else's DNA to pass off as her biological child. It's hard to say what would be enough for Meghan. Taking such a risk with no reward doesn't make much sense. It's not like she replaced someone she loved and wanted to have a baby while keeping it a secret. Harry doesn't love anyone else, so it would have been a huge gamble if that was the case. Surrogacy might have been a quicker and safer option if they needed it. I've wondered if she wore a fake baby bump during the day and then switched to a smaller one in the evening. It doesn't seem fair that Hollywood celebrities and companies like Netflix and Spotify would pay her for something she hasn't achieved or worked for. I'm not sure if Archie was carried by a surrogate, but there are some strange videos and photos that have raised questions. I wonder if people who believe Archie wasn't carried by Meghan think the palace knows the truth or not. One video that made me doubt Meghan's pregnancy was her visit to the Mayhew Animal Clinic. There's a weird video where Meghan and the lady she's talking to react oddly to her baby bump. But it's not just that part that seems strange. In another video, you can see Meghan squatting down 3 times in heels and with her legs together, easily getting back up when she was supposedly 6 months pregnant. One time, she did it for more than a minute. Also, around the 2-minute mark, she leans forward in a chair to pet a dog. It's strange because it doesn't look like something you can do when you're 6 months pregnant, and her belly seems to disappear. Meghan should be careful about her demands in the divorce, especially because we know how Harry is. He often doesn't take responsibility for things, he's not very discreet, and he prefers to hear the truth. If Meghan tries to get a divorce, it's possible to picture Harry publicly criticizing her or unintentionally damaging her reputation while sharing his side of the story with a sympathetic interviewer. And Harry and Meghan celebrated the birth of their first son, Prince Archie Harrison, on May 6, 2019. On that special day, Harry talked to the media and happily confirmed the news that they had a baby boy. There were rumors, mentioned by Princess Anne, that the palace had initially said Archie was born through a surrogate, but they later removed that statement. There have been sightings of Archie with different hair colors, blonde and ginger. If we consider these variations along with brunette, it could add up to 3 different looks. However, suggesting that they have 5 adopted, borrowed, leased, rented, or hired surrogate children is not accurate. Any children they have should be registered by law, but there doesn't seem to be any public records of such registrations in both the UK and the USA, which has led to speculation. However, we can't draw definitive conclusions based solely on the appearances of their children. Lady Colin Campbell claimed that there was an announcement made in the early morning stating that Archie had been born by a surrogate. This announcement supposedly came from Kensington Palace, and Campbell mentioned that there was a typo in the official statement because the website was hacked. However, this announcement was widely reported by people all over the world, and there are screenshots of it available. The main story is that Kensington Palace issued an announcement stating that the baby was born by a surrogate. The announcement mentioned that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex had used a surrogate's services. There was also an apology for any inconvenience, with a typo in the second sentence. Lady Colin Campbell interpreted the apology for inconvenience as a reference to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle misleading the palace about when Meghan was supposedly in labor. According to her, they had told the press that Meghan was in labor, but it turned out they had already returned home, causing confusion. The initial announcement mentioned that Meghan went into labor in the early morning, but it didn't specify the time or whether she was still in labor when they made the announcement. The second announcement stated that she gave birth to a son at 5:26 a.m. on that morning. This means the announcement about her being in labor came more than 8 hours after she had already given birth. Both announcements had grammatical errors. The labor announcement referred to Meghan as Her Royal Highness, and the statement confirming the birth was also worded awkwardly in a press release from the palace. It said, "The Duchess of Sussex has been delivering a son," instead of "The Duchess of Sussex has delivered a son, Archie." There have been claims that these announcements were fake, and the royal family is said to be aware of this. According to royal household staff, none of the royals have met Meghan and Harry's children. The question that arises from this is why Prince Harry and his children are included in the line of succession. According to a recent poll by Express UK, the majority of Britons want Prince Harry and his 2 children to be removed from the line of succession. In the poll of 1,624 British adults conducted from January 25th to the 26th, 66% of respondents said that the Duke of Sussex and his 2 children should not be in the line of succession. Only 18% believed that they should remain in the line. Interestingly, some people were unaware that Harry is still 5th in line to the throne, with his son Archie in 6th place and Lily in 7th. The poll found that both Conservative and Labour voters were in agreement on this issue, with 65% and 66%, respectively, saying that the Duke should be taken out of the line of succession. Both Brexiteers and Remainers seem to agree on this issue, with 65% of Leave supporters and 67% of Remain supporters saying yes to removing Harry and Meghan's children from the line of succession. It's believed that Prince Charles did not get his consent for his 2 youngest grandchildren to have royal titles. Harry and Meghan are known for promoting a particular narrative to gain support for their ideas, and it's possible they did this to pressure Prince Charles into making it official. Earlier this month, the king didn't publicly wish his youngest granddaughter a happy birthday, and his relationship with his son continues to be strained.